grin, no place to hide. Coins in hand, the toll is paid. Under stream depths, all light decay. Shadows cling, the waters groan. Through this realm, you're not alone. Understream ferryman, take me through. Streaming shadows of black and gold. No return, no breath, no scream. Charon guides the understream. Currents howl, the whispers bite. Souls adrift in endless night. Streaming body, my cursed kin. Our voyage ends where it begins. Pale hands row, fate is sealed. Truth beneath the dark reveal. Understream ferry, take me through. Streaming shadows of black and gold. No return, no breath, no scream. Charon guides the understream.
Yeah, buddy, we're back. We're doing it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We're back at it. Another watch party for some Stargate. Since we finished SG1, we got a little movie, The Arc of Truth. It's like the continuation after season 10. Hopefully, you guys can find it on Prime. I didn't even check if it was there, but check Prime since all the other Stargate stuff is on there. Join me. Meet me there. Grab your snacks and your drinks. We're going to kill the lights. I'm watching the DVD, so there's like some stuff between beforehand. In fact, we'll actually play it so you guys can see. I'm gonna kill the music.
New on DVD, go beyond the gate and into a galaxy of action. For the final season of the ultimate sci-fi adventure, Stargate SG-1 Season 10, available now on DVD.
Let's go save the galaxy.
See the action-packed conclusion to the sci-fi drama that's been 10 years in the making.
Take us in, full power.
With all new special features and deleted scenes, it's the thrilling final mission that will have you holding on to the very end.
If our plan doesn't work, this will be a very short battle.
Stargate SG-1, the 10th and final season, available now on DVD. Also available seasons 1 through 9. Now you can collect them all.
Which is cool.
Damn, sneak peek at the next one, huh?
It's not as much fun as it looks.
Throughout our history,
Bruh.
man has crossed great distances on missions of discovery
How long is this?
to explore new lands, uncover new life, and to expand empires. But new worlds of adventure have always been just beneath the surface.
We come in peace. Wait, no we don't.
Damn, dude. I wish I would have known about this, like when it came out.
Stargate Worlds.
Damn.
In the ongoing war against terror,
We have to be able to anticipate threats.
the U.S. has a new weapon of defense.
Ripley will be online 24/7 looking to identify our enemies.
A computer that will use any tactic
What? This isn't Stargate.
Tall and carries a very big stick.
to destroy any target she thinks is a threat. There's only one problem.
I just found this new gaming site. It's called Ripley.
She likes to play games
Attractive, high-stakes games hidden in the darker reaches of the internet.
to trap potential terrorists.
Skilled gamers exhibiting familiarity with weapons systems and terror tactics.
Welcome, baby.
Oh, she's hot.
Play with me, baby.
But when this innocent computer whiz
Please select your game. You have entered the dead code.
logs on to play,
Please select your target area code.
Philadelphia.
Projected dead, 100,000.
she turns his virtual war
Ripley's taking control of one of their predators, fully armed and fueled.
Nukes?
Smart bomb with multiple low-yield
What
warheads.
is this?
into a deadly reality.
Initiating decontamination countdown.
Is it a movie? Is this another show?
Now they've lost control, and the only way to end the game is to find the one who started it.
Have a lock on him?
Got him.
Get the kid in here.
Those decon systems, do they follow the same protocols as the game I played?
The race is on,
Half of the city is gonna die, Will. Our families are there. We have to stop them.
and the only way to win
I want to hack Ripley's GameBot network.
And what then?
Ripley will have to play out the war game scenario. She either backs off or starts World War III.
is to beat her at her own game.
Target acquired. Launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
War Games, The Dead Code.
Straight to DVD. What else we got? Is that it? Yeah. All right, if it starts to lag out, you guys, I'll look for it on Prime. I'm not gonna pause it or anything. The timer's gonna go. Timer is king. And then we'll check out the special features afterwards, right? And we'll do the movie with the prelude, or do you guys just want to do the movie? Because if we do with the prelude, let's see. Because the timer one's going to be longer than the other. So I'll start the timer when the movie, 5 seconds into when the movie's supposed to start. We'll leave the timer alone until after the prelude. Prelude is just a sum up of the last 10 seasons. Oh, sorry. Probably couldn't hear me that well. But yeah, prelude, and then I'll start the timer when I believe it's 5 seconds. It should be fine. You guys there? Is everybody there? Amazon Prime, you should have it there. I'm pretty sure Continuum should also be there. But we're watching The Ark of Truth. All right, you guys, here we go. Oh, maybe you can see the prelude. Yeah, I'll let you see the prelude. I don't think that's copyright because it's like a sum up of all of it. We'll see right now. If I get a warning, I'll cut it.
You must be Colonel Mitchell.
I'm here to join SG-1.
You're here to lead SG-1.
Right, let's do this.
Welcome to the SGC. I'm General Landry.
Vala Maldoran.
Have you heard of Merlin?
King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, Merlin.
Yes.
Was an ancient.
Welcome, men of honor. Prove ye worthy, and all shall be revealed.
It says that the Alterans named their new home Avalon, and that they built many Astria Porta.
Stargates. We've always presumed that the ancients were the first evolution of humans in this galaxy. But this is the first evidence suggesting they came here long ago from somewhere far, far away.
All hallow the Ori.
We have uncovered evidence that we believe proves a race of humans predates our supposed creation by the Ori. Our hope is that one day we will have enough proof to convince even the most devout believers. You said the Ori may have ascended. What does that mean?
Where we come from, some people who used to look a lot like us evolved physically and mentally so much that they found a way to shed their physical bodies and live as energy on another higher plane of existence.
The Ori see all. May the fire burn you down to the ground and lay you in the dust.
You're killing an innocent person!
Blessed are those that deliver us from evil.
Where are we? The plains of Celestis.
Wow.
City of the gods.
So cool.
I think maybe I know what the Ori are. They're not gods. They're like the ascended beings I know. They simply have a greater understanding of the knowledge of the universe.
We are Ori.
You instruct these people to worship you.
All who follow the path will join us in enlightenment. Great holy armies shall be gathered and trained to fight all who embrace evil. In the name of the gods, ships shall be built to carry our warriors out amongst the stars, and we will spread origin to all the unbelievers.
We may be close to developing a technology that could inhibit a prior's special abilities.
When I die, I will ascend. It is the promise of the Ori.
Are you saying that the Ori don't offer their followers ascension?
Most certainly not. Then they'd have to share.
Share what?
The power they sap from those who worship them.
Doesn't that look an awful lot like a Stargate?
Try Supergate. I estimate it's 300 to 400 meters across.
What are you doing?
Trying to help, Daniel.
A matter stream left the cargo ship just before it exploded.
So you're saying she could be alive somewhere in the Ori home galaxy?
My only choice was to marry Toman as quickly as possible and pray the timing was close enough so he could
Bro.
be convinced the baby was his.
Bro.
You're pregnant?
Yes!
Whose baby is it?
Yeah, dude.
Is the will of the Ori.
We knew the priors were just the first wave. The real crusade is about to begin. The ships are planning to leave.
But that would mean...
Somewhere out there, the Ori have a working supergate.
Yup.
Here they come.
Damn. That was pretty much the cliffhanger, right?
Almost now. Keep pushing.
She will be the beacon of light in the darkness to the warriors of the Ori and to all who follow the true path to salvation.
She is Orisai.
She's not a child. She's an Ori in the body of a human.
She's been genetically altered. She'll be a fully grown figurehead in a day or so. Adria?
Hello, Mother.
By my estimation, the galaxy will be converted within the year.
We are getting our asses whooped. Looks like that Merlin device is the only shot we have at stopping them.
Merlin was conducting research on some kind of new invention.
Well, I don't get it. What invention could have been so important that it would have led him to give up his ascension?
A weapon capable of destroying ascended beings. You see, this pendant.
It is the Sun Grau.
Atlantis.
You think the location of Merlin's weapon is hidden in their database?
You're not really a hologram, are you?
You're an ascended ancient.
I am.
Specifically Morgan Le Fay. According to legend, you were Merlin's greatest rival.
I've already gone too far.
There must be others among you that see that the time to join this fight is now.
Merlin's weapon is not.
The Sangral is hidden in a cave beneath a lone mountain.
Here lies Mirden, Archmage of the Round. He's virtually piecing something together from base molecules.
He's dead.
Hey! You have Merlin's memories.
Are you telling me you can build a Sangral?
Damn.
We had to let this happen. It's part of the plan.
I'm sorry, we?
Oh yeah, myself and Merlin.
So she trusted you enough to turn you into a prior.
She had to. She had Merlin's weapon, she just didn't know how to finish it. I needed her to make me a prior, so I could steal an Ori ship and fly it through the Supergate to the Ori galaxy with the weapon on board and destroy them.
And that means?
That means the weapon's ready to be activated.
Your mind is closed to me.
Yeah.
How do we know it worked?
We don't. Not yet.
There are still many priors with great power and vast armies of warriors bent on converting this galaxy. It will be very difficult to convince them their gods are dead.
We may have made things worse right now. But in the long run, it could be our only chance to win the war.
Stay where you are!
All those here have resisted with force.
And they shall be punished.
Toman.
Have her
Bro.
taken to the ranks. Transport her to the ship. Kill the rest.
I know you can't possibly like what you've become.
After all that time we spent together, you still know nothing about me.
I know you must still love me.
I have not begun to question the will of the Ori, but I have begun to question the interpretation of their words.
How dare you!
It's over, Adria.
I need time to prepare.
Prepare for what?
Ascension.
We dealt the Ori movement a serious blow today.
That was the cliffhanger
And we
right
rid
there.
ourselves of Adria for the time being. That is definitely a step ahead.
Bro.
A number of Asgard are prepared to beam aboard immediately to begin installing various technological upgrades to this ship.
What is it you're planning on giving us?
Everything we have and know. The Asgard computer core is equipped with its own power source. However, when the upgrades are complete, the core will be fully integrated into all the ship's systems.
Sir, at this point, we know it's the damn Asgard upgrade that allows the Ori to track us. Even if we manage to save the ship, we won't be able to use the technology because the Ori will come down on us like a bag of hammers. I'm not saying we should give up. I'll fight to my dying breath. I just think we need a new plan. A damn good one.
Is that it? Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. So now we're getting started here. I'm at 5 seconds. This is what I see. This is my 5 seconds. Get there, find it, do it. The Arc of Truth. Pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime. All right, here we go, you guys. We're going to count to 3 and we're going to press play. All right. 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. to Mordor. Bro. Hell yeah. Millions of years ago in a distant galaxy. Bro. Millions. Damn, bro. Is that it? Just like that, we found it? Bro. The ruins of Dakara, bro. So where the super weapon was that destroys the replicators or whatever kind of life, bro. Bro. Uh-oh. Busted. or you'll be destroyed. Ooh, busted. Bro. No, the scroll. That's millions of years old. Bro. 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 Smoked them. Damn. Uh-oh.
Quite frankly, I'm grateful for. It is a thrill for me to be here. You have been doing such an incredible job under such difficult circumstances. I don't think there's going to be much for me to do here other than stay out of your way. Or do you want to... I believe protocol requires me to notify you that I will be interrogating the prisoner personally.
What prisoner?
I believe your report refers to him as Toman, no last name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get confused. See, we were thinking of him more as a guest.
Of course. My mistake. I trust the enemy commander hell-bent on our total annihilation has been given comfortable quarters.
Yeah, he's had a change of heart.
Come on, Colonel. Don't all bad guys say that after we capture them?
Actually, he captured us. And then surrendered. It might be one more great question we have for you.
Simply, I'm sorry. I believe that I understand the details here. My superiors have asked me to prepare a report on this matter personally, and I don't want to disappoint them. Me being new on the job and all. You understand. Of course. Thanks so much. I can't tell you how exciting it is for me to be working here with you. Actually, I used to do what you do, Colonel, so I know exactly how it feels. I'm sure you know I'm just trying to do my job.
Thank you, Mr. Merrick.
General? Colonel?
Bastard, dude.
You used to do what I do. Fills in the blanks, former CIA Black Ops. Oh, great. So the IOA is having one of our own spies spy on us. I have no doubt the IOA chose you carefully. Why do I get the feeling we've got Miss Woolsey?
The Orion are down in war. As we said, we don't exactly know
Dang. Bro, check this out. That's when they decided to bounce.
I take it doing the whole Pegasus thing again is not an option.
The fact is, we were lucky to avoid the attack from the Wraith the first time. However, using the Odyssey, we believe we can beam 4 Mark 9 nuclear devices strategically in between the Supergate's individual segments. Hopefully, undetected, they'll be triggered by any inbound gate activation. The resulting explosion should, theoretically, create a chain reaction that will essentially utilize the massive amounts of energy being channeled into the gate from the Guiling Galaxy to destroy it.
Don't blow it up just yet. We may still need that supergate.
Dr. Jackson.
The Ancients didn't bring the Ark with them, sir. It's still in the Ori Galaxy. Okay, then. Let's get things started off right. Okay? Gentlemen. So, you're a commander in the Ori Army.
I was.
Yes, was. Of course. So, your duties as a commander involve
Following the orders of the priors. Supervising the warriors under my command.
Right. Good. See? No big deal. Okay, moving on. In the time that you've been here in our galaxy, how many innocent human beings would you say you've slaughtered? I'm talking personally here. I'm sure you didn't keep a running tally, so maybe you could just give me a general estimate. Hundreds, thousands, more.
What do you want from me?
Bro.
Anything but answer my questions. I have quite a few. They cover things like your plans, your tactics, your numbers, training, anything that might help us in defending against an attack that you say is coming.
All that I
How
want.
many innocent human beings would you say you've slaughtered because they chose not to believe in the Ori?
Oh.
Where's Vala?
She could not bear to watch.
Do you hear the fighting?
Tell her we should still come, yes. He believes he can help us establish contact with the anti-Ori underground. Maybe, in fact, the best way to figure out what West Nile actually is.
Well, you would have to know that they're dead. Assuming, of course, the Ori are actually dead. Oh, it's going to be a very short mission.
Indeed.
General. Colonel, I was just giving Dr. Jackson the good news.
The mission's been approved.
I thought it was already approved.
Actually, no mission is approved till the IOA officially signs off on it.
You've been given temporary command of the Odyssey for the duration of this operation. Sir, does that mean I have to sit in the chair? That it does? And I wish the fun ended there.
Bro.
Mr. Merrick will be overseeing the mission.
Personally, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
That's be my first time on one of our battle cruisers. We'll see you on board, Colonel. Dr. Jackson. General.
Can I confine him to quarters?
It's your call, Colonel. One of the decisions those of us in command have to make. Thank you, sir.
Bro.
Thank you, sir.
Teal'c's been cutting back on the food, dude. Usually his tray's like piled. Yeah, Teal'c. Damn, Teal'c got real. Hell yeah. Damn, there they go. We're going, sucker. Bro. Yeah. Bro. Francois, what's up, dude? Thanks for rolling through, bro. Duck trees. Damn, there it is. Bro. There it is. Daniel saves the day again, you guys. Without Daniel, it couldn't have been done.
Exactly why it'll be so effective in neutralizing the Ori fleet.
That's your plan? What are you, totally nuts?
My plan is the IOA's. In the event that the Supergate on this side was impossible to destroy, a backup plan was devised. We knew we could draw the Ori to the Odyssey by turning on the core. Yes, we might lose an all-out battle with a large number of them, but we'd certainly be able to hang in long enough to get this replicator on board one of their ships. At which
Bro.
hopefully, we'd be able to escape. And since you were unwilling to even try to destroy the gate, you left me no choice.
We came here to find the Ark.
Nobody expected you to find it.
Excuse me?
The Ori ships are preparing to leave. For all we know, they're already gone.
Obviously, you didn't come up with this on your own. Who wrote this program?
Does it really matter?
The energy won't penetrate the shield. When I shut it down, don't hesitate and don't miss.
I won't.
Bro, already too late. Damn.
I believe that particular susceptibility was programmed out of this version.
You slick son of a bitch. Why didn't you tell us?
You obviously had no intention of allowing me to follow through with the plan.
If we can't stop it, it will cannibalize this ship and start replicating.
I should hope so. And thanks to you, it's now the only way we have of infecting the Ori fleet.
And what the hell is the IOA gonna do when the replicators finish with the Ori fleet and they decide to take a little trip back through the super
Precautions to prevent that scenario have been put in place.
Self-destruct. You built in some sort of shutdown command into the program.
I told you. From within.
Bro.
Yes, sir. 12 teams of 2 have been armed and searched from top to bottom.
These things are crafty, Captain. They'll avoid any air in the ship exposed to internal sensors. They're small enough to use the ventilation shafts or to move through hollow walls, and it's only a matter of time before we could be dealing with more than one.
We'll find it, sir.
Carter, talk to me.
The Asgard core was designed to be very user-friendly. Whoever wrote this program didn't have to have an extensive knowledge of replicator technology. They only
Bro. Yep, exactly. Hello, Truth. Hello, here we are. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good week so far. We'll be showing some special features after this movie. Hopefully there's some good special features. Yep, that's right. Damn, they found it, dude. Well, even if they found it, they don't know how to turn it on or to activate it. That's good, good.
Courage is only required when facing that which you fear.
The flames of ignorance burn without pain. Beware the power, or it will consume you before you know.
You can skip the fire and brimstone.
Yeah. Tell him, General. Reminds me of Bubbles.
All personnel, this is Colonel Mitchell. Please report. I got it.
Bro. Bro. Daniel and his little brush. Bro. Bro. And an Ori ship is showing up. 2 Ori ships are showing up. Bro. Oh. 4. Bro. Oh, dude, Teal'c's gone. Teal'c, no. Didn't have to end like this. Damn. Bro. The pitter patter of. Yep. Nightmare fuel, dude. It's like Chucky. Chucky running down the hall. Oh, you hears a little pitter patter of the feet. Bro. Bro. Got him. Bro. You guys just left me here? Bro. Bro. Teal, how long have you been walking? After getting shot in the back? Bro. Damn. Oh, is it that? My bad. Damn, there it is. Yeah. Bro. Bro. Jamie, what up? Here we are. Thanks for rolling through. We're doing it. Bro. Busted. Didn't the replicators get him? I thought they ate him. Bro. Bro. Damn. Bro. So she ascended and she's here now, huh? Bro. What? Damn, dude. Poor Teal'c's still walking, bro. big toe hanging out the boot and everything. Dang. Bro. Yeah. Bro. 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 Yo. Who's that? 7, bro.
I don't know. Just be glad they're giving us a little more time.
Sir, given how seriously outgunned we are, I don't see how a little more time really helps. What could possibly save us at this point?
I was hoping SG-1 might show up at some point.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you this much. We're not going down without a fight. Landry out.
Hell yeah. W for Landry. Yo. Bro. Damn, is that a wrap? It's gonna destroy the ship with everybody on it? Bro. 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 Roasted, bro. Damn.
Man, I'm really not in the mood for games right now. You're not a figment of my imagination, and you're not Merlin. You're Morgan Le Fay.
Not delirious.
Merlin died. He didn't ascend. His consciousness left me. It's gone. The ancients must be able to see through your disguise. I know I can. I just don't know why you think it's necessary.
You were once a Sith, and you know how complicated it can be.
Bro.
Yeah, I know, and I did it myself more than once. Helping me is forbidden, and letting me know you're helping me, well, that's worse.
I did it once, and they stopped me. I was exiled for it.
Yet here you are.
Merlin saw the Ori for what they were. He knew they needed to be stopped. I was the one who prevented him from doing it the first time.
You kept him alive.
Bro. Damn, did she say too much? Did they stop her? Oh, it's because Buddy showed up. Wait, is that Teal'c? Bro. Damn, dude, after all that walking. Bro. Damn. Bro. Hell yeah. Now get out of there. Bro. He just got up out of the ashes. Bro. No escape. That's right. Bro. So many. Bro. Bro. Yeah, dude. Nope. Bro. 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 Yo. Yeah. Bro. Whoa. Got him. And it was like Headmaster prior too. Damn. Bro. Yeah. Bro. Bro. Hell yeah. So are like the Ori Priors our friends now? He's all busted up.
We have something to show you.
Bro.
Hey, how'd it go?
Worked like a charm. Daniel was right. The prior staffs did all seem to be connected somehow.
Within each galaxy.
But yeah, I mean, whatever subspace link connects them is obviously somewhat limited. But still, when Daniel opened the arc for the prior that was here, everyone seemed to get the message.
Ship's backed off.
Yep.
Sorry I missed it.
How are you doing?
Yeah, you know, I've felt worse.
Well, apparently when you're feeling better, the IOA wants to meet with you.
Oh, great. The IOA.
Something about an apology.
Oh.
I don't know. My recovery could take a while.
Yeah. Not too long, I hope. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I guess maybe that hurts a little.
I'll let you rest.
Sam.
Yeah.
What's in the bag?
Oh, God. I almost forgot. I baked these for you.
Macaroons.
I'm sure they're not as good as your grandma's.
Nice recall.
Cheek okay?
Oh, yeah?
You're going to make a great leader.
When I was being tortured by the prior, the teachings of origin gave me the strength I needed.
Yeah, Walter. Hell yeah, you guys. There it was. The Ark of Truth. That was pretty good. We liked it. We liked it. We're going to get some special features in now. Let's see, is there anything at the end? No. All right. Let's see. Special features. Yeah, buddy. He's all, hell yeah, it's over. All right. Special features. We got the road taken. Oh, Prelude to the Ark of Truth. We already saw that. That's what we saw before the movie started. Then we got the Ark of Truth, Stargate at Comic-Con, Uncovering the Ark of Truth, AVPR trailer. In the Name of the King trailer. Oh, these are other trailers. All right, so let's do, I guess, this one.
Welcome. Good to see everybody here today. My name is Paul Jandreau. I'm here on behalf of MGM Television's longest-running sci-fi series, Stargate SG-1. Without any further ado, you know him, you love him, Chief Master Sergeant Walter Harriman and our very own Gary Jones.
Oh my God! Wow. Oh, let me do my line that I always love to come out to. You know, it's the one line that I never ever got to say on Stargate, but I'll just say it. You know, and it's the one line I wish I could have always said, because I don't know, sir. I could have sworn Teal'c was right behind me. Back when I started on the show 10 years ago, who could have ever predicted? But I remember saying to Brad Wright, Brad, sure it's going to be a star vehicle for me, but if I'm going to be spending 10 years sitting on my ass talking to a pane of glass, really going to need a kick-ass support crew. And of course, over the years, they just became more popular than me, but that's okay. It's okay, I didn't mind taking a back seat. Well, the seat, I just sat there for 10 years, but it was fantastic. Please put your hands together for Martin Wood, Robert Cooper, Amanda Tapping, Chris Judge, and Ben Browder.
Chilling with 4,000 of our closest friends. It's nice.
Hello, Riverside!
Bro.
Do you have any questions? Is anybody out there? Oh, there's a question. Oh, you're actually lined up. Okay. What's your question, sir?
SG-1, you've been great to watch for the last 10 years. Sorry to see you go. Question for the producer.
We're not gone. We're not gone.
You're
okay,
not
we're
gone.
not gone. No, we're not gone.
Okay. I stand corrected.
Okay, please rephrase the question.
This is a question for the producer. What do you have against doctors? Dr.
Bro. Busted. Bro. Too funny. Too good.
You see, unfortunately, the problem with doctors is when they get mortally wounded, there's no one to save them.
That's it? That's your answer, Robert? That's your...
It's really not, it's not doctors we have a problem with, it's Scottish people.
What's the next question?
Is it okay to ask about Continuum?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay, because I'm pretty stoked about that.
I can tell by the tone of your voice. Any more stoked, you're going to explode.
I certainly am. But first, I wanted to praise the show for its depiction of strong, autonomous, and frequently outspoken women characters.
Oh, man. There he goes. There he is. He's hoping to walk out with a date tonight now. So excited. Bro.
Sometimes written by Christopher Judge. And in particular, Colonel Samantha Carter and Dr. Janet Fraser.
Yeah, dude. That's about it.
Since
Carter and
Continuum
Fraser.
involves time
Maybe
travel,
weird.
I was curious as to whether we will see Dr. Fraser, and if you can't answer that, then perhaps Ms. Tapping or Mr. Wood or Mr. Judge would be willing to share a favorite memory of working with Terrell Rothery.
Terrell has the best giggle ever in the history of giggles, and she
Wow.
would spontaneously burst into laughter. When we started to lose it on set, you know, Christopher would usually do something funny and we'd all start to laugh. Terrell would do this laugh where she'd snort and laugh at the same time. Yeah, I miss that.
At 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
As far as whether you're going to see her in Continuum, Continuum's time travel is maybe not what you're expecting. I can tell you this much. There is a street scene with Daniel Jackson walking down the street, and you will see Janet Fraser's parents. I'm kidding.
Bro.
That's
This
all I can
guy.
tell you.
Nobody's happy. Look at him. Look at them all.
Mr. and Mrs. Fraser?
I was wondering where you're going with that. I was like, I didn't even realize that you were out drinking with me last night.
I actually saw expectation rise before my eyes. I thought, I better tell him I'm just kidding. So.
Well, thank Brad Wright
Bro, everybody's
for bringing
mad
back the baddest Gould of them
Yo.
all, Nirti. Nirti would kick your ass for a nickel and give you 4 cents change, so...
You've been waiting to say that, haven't you? You've been waiting to use that.
You bet.
Okay, next question.
I've been told that I can't sing something. It's a Stargate song. I really want to sing it to you. I mean, I'm on my...
Bro,
There's your answer, buddy.
What?
4,000 people boo you before you've even sung. You know it's not going down a good road.
It's a parody of Stargate. I think you might think it's funny. It's funny.
I want to hear it.
Let's get him. Get that guy. Get that guy. It's him right there. It's him. Let's get him.
Can I just sing a little bit? If you don't like it,
No, bro. Get out of here.
Well, I want to know I don't care what the audience thinks. I want to know what the actors want. Do the actors?
Yeah, because you know what? The actors aren't going to beat you up in the hallway.
I don't care. All right, fine.
No, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, Samantha, shut up.
Just a little bit.
Go ahead,
Samantha.
Captain
Have
Deathwish.
you guys all heard it or something?
Bro.
Is this bad?
Everybody's like, no, you can't. You're sued now.
Somebody once told me there's a big ring in the desert. I think they found in
Boo. Boo.
Cheyenne Mountain. I got suspicious when I couldn't go.
They cut his mic.
Come on, keep going.
Bro.
Okay, next up,
I hope she.
possibly with
dog, you know I'm gonna keep
If
it
he got in
real.
trouble, I hope she had to pay for his bill.
That I don't know, man. For me, that was just kind of all right.
Tell him,
I don't
Teal.
know, man. Simon, Paula, what do you? I don't know.
The audience loves you, man. They love you.
Bro.
Simon, what do you think?
That was the worst thing I've ever heard.
There you go. That's my guy.
Thank you for that.
No, you know what? That took a lot of guts. I think we ought to give him a round of applause. I mean, that's, you know what? Hey.
Bro. Nobody.
I believe somebody's next to the microphone with a haiku.
I know that the TV series has had military support in it, and that your upcoming movie also has some military filming support and consulting. And I was wondering what you guys felt the positive aspects of using the military for filming and consulting would be.
You know, we've had a relationship with the Air Force since the beginning on SG-1, and it's funny because we have this sort of mutual admiration when we all get together. Some F-15s came up for the shooting on Continuum, and I got a chance to sit in one of them, and you know, the pilots are like, "Oh, really? You know, you guys produce Stargate? That's really cool." And I'm like, "You guys fly airplanes? That's way cooler."
Bro. It's funny.
We also benefited greatly from the rivalry between the different branches of the military, especially in Continuum. The Air Force said, well, we're going to fly 2 F-15s up for you guys to use in filming, and the Navy said, well, we'll crash a nuclear submarine up through the ice in the Arctic for you. So there. Okay.
In Cheyenne Mountain, this colonel, the head of security, took me in, and he says, you have to see this, son. And I walk in, and I'm thinking, oh, he's going to give me trouble, and I'm going to be in trouble because everybody's looking for the Stargate when they come to Cheyenne Mountain now. And he says, yeah, we get a lot of that. They look for the nuclear missiles that we have hidden in the mountain, and they look for Stargate. So,
Bro.
And he showed me the door. They have a door that says Stargate Command. I asked him, I said, what's behind the door? Because the glass is all smoked, and there's this big, heavy digital lock on it. I said, what's behind that? He goes, brooms.
Bro.
And a little bit of detergent. He said, you wouldn't believe how many people come on a tour and look for that door, though. That's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, for me, like, I play, what's considered to be a secondary character, and I often think, well,
tertiary
not
character.
in my mind, but you know.
We call it tertiary character, Gary.
But
tertiary.
I had a couple of experiences, like one experience where somebody, when Ben came on the show, every year I would come back and they would promote me. I would get all these promotions, like I went from sergeant to technical sergeant to master sergeant to chief man, and I was like, how come I'm getting these promotions? They're like, I don't know, you just are, you know. And I just got more ribbons or what. I didn't know what any of them meant, you know, typing under duress or filing under fire or something. I don't know what it was, but I really noticed, I really found out how much the military is like watching the show when I was handed a memo once that said, Ben referred to me when I was a chief master sergeant. He just said, you know, sergeant, what's happening? He just called me sergeant, and there was an instant memo that came up from the Air Force that said, this guy is a chief master sergeant. Please refer to him in the, give him the respect that his rank affords. It's true.
There was another good story about we put out a script called Foothold, and it was about some aliens getting hold of the base and then getting out of the base, and that situation gets out of control. And when we put that script out, the military advisor said, yeah, that would never happen. And we said, whoa, you mean the aliens would never get out of the base where there's a Stargate? Yes, that's correct. That would never happen.
Bro. Hell yeah.
We would not allow that to happen. I believed them, too.
Another question.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is for those who went to the Arctic. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience? And Chris, I know you didn't go because you have an aversion to bears.
No, I have an aversion to being eaten by a bear.
And freezing.
Yeah. And you know, I'm roughly seal colored, and
Can I tell you that when Barry and his group came up to Canada to sit and talk to us, there were a number of actors that didn't go up to the Arctic, that were thinking about going up to the Arctic, that were sitting in the room thinking, oh, this would be great, going up to the North Pole. And I was actually facing Chris when Barry started, and Chris was, oh, this is pretty nice, I don't want to be cold, but we should be okay. And then Barry said, I need to talk to you about polar bears. And Chris blanched as much as he can. And then Barry said, I mean, to a polar bear, everybody here is an upright seal. And all of us looked at Chris, and he went, yeah, I'm the one they're going for. And then oddly enough, Chris's name was scratched off the list.
I was sitting at the opposite end of the table from Chris, and I kept looking down at him, and at first he's like, yeah. And then at one point he looked at me and went, I'm not going. Barry said, you know, you have a frostbite, buddy, you gotta watch each other for frostbite. And Chris was like, it's very cute. I'm not going.
When we landed, it was minus 39, and it got as cold as minus 58 when we were up there. And it was the most amazing thing that I've done in a long, long, long time.
Ever. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was stunningly beautiful. Everywhere we looked were ice sculptures that Amanda and I were walking through that no one will ever walk through again.
You guys have to know.
We have to know on the third pass of the helicopter coming over, Ben and I laid down and made snow angels. We were giggling like 6-year-olds. We just thought, we're on the frozen Arctic Ocean making snow angels and the helicopter's buzzing. Pete West is trying to find us in the camera, and of course we're on the ground going,
You guys have to know that when you watch the movie, every shot on the snow, every one of those, the wide shots, the tight shots, even if you can't see their faces, it's these two in minus 58-degree weather.
It's awesome.
So, and not once did I ever hear, I'm cold.
Well, I thought it.
Yeah. Ben once said, do I still have a nose? But
I gotta defend my man Chris here, though.
Yeah.
He's not a total wimp.
Bro.
Well, thank you for that, Rob.
For Arc of Truth, we took Chris up with a helicopter to the very top of a mountain and placed him down with, you know, just 40 or 50 support people. And no, I was actually, we had one mountain expert that was with him. He was on the top of a very thin ridge, and we shot him with another helicopter and got extremely close to him a couple times. He was a real trooper. It was pretty amazing.
Well, the part that I really found enjoyable was the guy that was dropped down with me had a walkie, and Coop was talking to me in a walkie that I had concealed. And at one point, came over the walkie, Coop said, walk closer to the edge.
Bro.
And I just looked up and went, no.
So we tried to blow him closer to the edge with the helicopter.
Bro.
But truly, in my mind, I was truly thinking of you guys in the Arctic. And I thought, if I don't stay up here, I will never hear the end of this.
We have time for one more question. Let's make it an excellent one.
Can we expect Daniel Jackson to die in these movies once again?
It wouldn't be Stargate if Daniel wasn't dying.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, we're actually going to call Michael.
We're gonna call him.
And is Michael there? Hello? 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 Now the fax is on. Hello?
There you are. Okay.
Huh? What? He's in the bathroom?
Bro.
I think we can end it right there, folks.
Everyone wants to say hi, so you can tell him that everyone says hi. Okay, look, I'll call you later. Look, love you, and I hope everything comes out well for Michael.
Stargate SG-1.
Hell yeah, dude.
Chris Judge, Amanda Tapping, Ben Browder, and Martin Wood.
Nice, bro. All right. And there's one more, I think. One more special feature. Yeah, okay. So, uncovering the Ark of Truth.
As we were going along the backstretch of season 10, it was unclear to us as to whether we would be going on to do a season 11.
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
exactly.
we knew that if Sci-Fi decided to cancel the show,
Exactly.
that we didn't have time at the end of season 10 to resolve all of the threads that had been left hanging. These DVD movies were just a natural way of expanding the franchise.
For 5 years, we kind of thought the series would end, and I think our super objective was always to get to the 2-hour format.
The storyline was really running its course, and that this is the perfect way to wrap it up in a big, huge movie. I mean, the sets were huge, the shots were huge, and so it makes sense that this epic race would be wrapped up in that way. And I think the fans will like it.
As someone who's seen the entire series, do I think it closes it up? No, I think it mainly deals with the major arc of season 9 and 10, but there are a multitude of other stories that are not closed.
It's a little bit of a cheat, a little bit of a condensing of time, but I think Rob does a good job. I think it's an exciting story. I think it's very true to the past 2 years in terms of the characters that are involved in the arcs of the heroes and whatnot, and you know, you'd always like a little bit more time to do it, and we did kind of skip a few steps, but I think it's an exciting story. I think the audience will be appreciative of it for sure.
The story of Ark of Truth is at its core the basic idea that I had for the season 10, season 11 two-part cliffhanger. We're in lovely Lynn Canyon here today. It's in the North Shore of Vancouver, and we're searching for the Ark. Merlin is going to help Daniel out and tell him that there is actually a set of stairs that lead down into the tunnels, and they're going to
over there and uncover those stones and find some stairs, and that'll lead us into the underground tunnels that we shot on Friday, I think it was.
This quest for this particular item is key, and that's what this story is about. It's about the search for this item that will allow us to skip the steps that will allow us to defeat this villain in this way, and it's all about the journey to get there. So it's certainly a story device that isn't necessarily a new one, but I think for us it's true to the ideas of using the theology and religious aspects of the storyline that we've been using for the last couple of years. It's nice to conclude it in, again, a very familiar kind of non-religion specific artifact kind of way.
I always thought that Toman's story was a very important thread to this sort of season 9 and 10, the Ori story. I thought it was a very interesting character to have to try and weave through the story is a guy who's kind of been, as strong a believer as we've met, and someone who's done sort of terrible things. In many ways, Toman is the modern day Teal'c.
I sit here, and I cannot imagine the day when I will forgive myself.
Because it will never come.
Damn.
How do you go on?
It is simple. You will never forgive yourself. Accept it.
Characters like Toman and Merrick, who come in as non-lead guest characters, end up elevating the project to another level. I think they inspire our own cast, who have been doing it for so long, to dig down and find it within themselves to be as good as that.
How many innocent human beings would you say you've slaughtered because they chose not to believe in the Ori?
The thing about Curry is he's kind of like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams and some other wild and crazy guy all rolled into one. I don't know where he gets the energy, but I want whatever it is he's taking. He keeps you honest, as a director. Yeah,
when the camera comes around to you, you can start talking before they get into the frame. When the camera lands on you, you're yelling at them because we know they're there.
I'm yelling at them?
Well, not yelling.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking quietly.
Yeah.
Nicely.
In a loud voice.
Yeah.
Talk quietly.
Whispering with anger. And then
I was directing him on a very important shot in the movie in which he's looking at a crystal, and I thought it was important that he look at both sides. He said, "So Rob, look, what do I do in this shot?" And I said, "Well, you take it out, flip it over a couple times, you look at it, and then you stick it in." He looked at me for about 2 or 3 seconds and then burst out laughing and said, "That is quite possibly the best single piece of directing I've ever got in my life."
Rob's the father of this Ori storyline, so it's really easy. I mean, we always come up with certain fixes we want to do and changes, and with him there, the process of getting things resolved or asking questions and getting answers quicker or getting a definitive of can we change this or how can we fix this or how can we adapt it, that's really easy to do when he's right there. And he's the guy who, is the approver and the approval process for both for himself and for us.
I mean, he wore all the hats. I mean, it's a lot easier because it was his total vision. He didn't have to answer to anybody. He didn't have to ask any questions. It was all him. So he knew exactly what he wanted.
He's been a writer with us for 10 years now and longer than that, but you can see when he gets behind the monitors that his passion is directing. And to have Coop on set, I think was really great, not only for him, but for the crew to actually get to know him better and know that he's like a very funny guy.
Nice shoes, huh? This is what you get when you ask for a shiny floor. I don't really like the floors on the show. They always look like painted cement, which is because they're painted cement.
Bro.
We're on our way here to stage 1, where the special effects guys have rigged up some giant propane cannons. These are the biggest propane cannons they've ever built for a shot in which Mitchell has set some C4 and is going to detonate it to kill the replicator version of Merrick. And this is a test we're going to do.
Propane cannons have been around before I was born. I mean, they've been around forever and ever. We've built some pretty nice ones for Stargate, and they punch out a pretty huge flame. So they just keep getting improved upon, and they're just like a pressurized vessel that releases a whole bunch of propane at once through a mechanized valve, and then the propane just gets ignited all in one giant ball, and so you have a very predictable, controllable flame that you can do over and over again.
You know the guy is going to be way closer to this end of the hall.
That's fine.
Mitchell is down the end there.
Mitchell's then the
Merrick
bad guys.
is right there,
Right
where
about
you
here?
are. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's right. Pick it.
That was pretty cool. That is the test for where the stuntman is actually going to be standing. We're going to put a real guy in, hopefully put a real guy in the midst of the explosion. We're still running these tests to see whether or not that's going to be safe.
We were very careful about not injuring anybody, but at the same time on a show like this, it's an action show, so you always have to create some kind of jeopardy, and the envelope's always getting pushed of how close we can get things to people.
We'd like Merrick, the bad guy, to be engulfed in flames, and we'd like to see his face.
We were very concerned about putting a human being in that much heat in this explosion. So these guys have come up with a new substance that would allow the stuntman to stand actually in the explosion. It's a gel that he puts on his face.
You can actually put fire right on the skin, and it doesn't even hurt.
3, 2, 1, go!
This gel product that was developed here by a guy named Dustin Macaro, who's a stuntman.
Bro.
He came up with this gel product, and it's so resistant to heat that we were able to not only shoot it near the person, but actually directly at the person.
The test of it was unbelievable. They put this goo all over this guy's face, and he literally stood as far as I am, from the camera here, and they blew off a flamethrower right into his face. It was frightening.
Guys, ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Bro.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right, bro.
Oh yeah, it's not something you feel comfortable with, shooting a flame directly at anybody's face, and we were shocked by it ourselves. We never thought we were going to be able to put that much heat on anybody's skin for that amount of time and not have them be burned. It was completely unanticipated, so we were pretty impressed by the gel.
Stunts and special effects, on-set special effects, all take a tremendous amount of time. It took us almost a half a day to do the shot where Mitchell is pressing the button, and there's an explosion, and it comes flying out into the hallway. And there's 3 layers in that particular shot. There's the shot of the stuntman standing there. We had to get a layer of the actor who played Merrick standing there, and then we had to shoot the explosion, and then we had to do Ben's layer. And so here's one shot that's maybe on screen for 5 or 6 seconds, and that takes an entire afternoon to shoot.
The first piece is just Ben, not the dude, not the big explosion. It is Ben. This flamethrower thing is merely a lighting effect. It is not an on-camera effect. All right, you saw it tested. All right, it is merely to give the highlight of him replicating a fireball, approaching him and going over him.
You're hitting it. He'll go on that. He'll take the fire as his cue. When he hits the pads, he'll shut it off. We just needed the fire going as long as he's in the shot.
Hit the floor.
Want a fan?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, action!
We always talk about being television producers kind of like playing in a sandbox. And every once in a while, the things you're asking people to do get really close to that line of well, wait a minute, this is real and this is someone's life at stake. You don't want to put someone in mortal danger. And yet there's an incredible enthusiasm amongst the people. You you almost feel like you have to hold them back from doing anything stupid. Still, I mean, those guys they're amazing. I mean, Ray and Scott and their team are truly incredible.
Here we are today, fight day on the Ark of Truth. Mr. Ben Browder's going to come in through this door, and our bad guy Merrick is going to approach him. Bunch of gunfire. Merrick's going to grab the muzzle of the P90 and throw Ben Browder into the corner. Virtual Mitchell is going to go flying, rocketing
straight across, really high when you do that.
And he's going to land painfully over there.
It's a bunch of boxes. Why am I not doing this? Because I'm old? Is it?
3, 2, 1, go!
Kids, don't do this at home like you won't.
There's going to be a wall here reinforced, and we're going to start with a clean frame of that. And again, Ben's stunt double, Jeff, is going to fling himself off a ramp, as you've seen us use many a time before.
Cam, we could really use that distraction now.
Roger that, Sam. I'm working on it.
There'll be a hand-to-hand exchange in here. Hardcore military-style kung fu action. Hi-ya!
So, just as a reminder, it's this, upper right, and then it's a kick to the shin.
Yeah.
Then it's a big uppercut, and then a miss and kick, and then bang!
Merrick's gonna kick Mitchell. Mitchell's gonna go flying back yet another ratchet. Yes, another ratchet. He's gonna bounce off of that stuff, land on the ground, and right into his face is a replicator.
3, 2, 1, go!
Finally, a little exchange over at the conduits. Mitchell's gonna grab a cable out of there. Sparks come out of it. He's gonna jam it into Merrick, and that's your fight.
One of the things that I thought was an important sequence in the movie was Teal'c's journey. Right from the beginning, I came in and I said to everyone, we've got to find ways of making the scope of the movie feel bigger than what we do on the television show. And I said, we're going to need helicopters. It's not a lot of shots, but it really helps to create the feeling of being in a big setting, giving us that bigger scope I was looking for.
You know, one of the great things about the 2-hour format is that it allows you to do things that would be budget prohibitive to do. And one of the great things that I personally got to do was go to the top of these mountains and shoot these really beautiful panoramic scenes that they shot in a helicopter.
You know, a lot of shows would have used a double, but I talked to Chris about it, and he was completely game from the beginning. We had a climbing expert there to work with him, but I mean, we got tremendously, dangerously close to him with the helicopter. The idea was to, go from being very wide in these, epic looking wide shots of the mountains to really close up on this figure, so that you'd know it was actually Christopher Judge.
For you fans who know anything about me, you know my absolute terror of anything that comes from the earth, including snow and heights. Let's face it, I'm scared of everything.
I've never been in a helicopter, so I guess I was too stupid, too naive to know, but I'm told that the things we were doing were pretty dangerous, and there were a couple times where I was like, no, closer to the edge, and Chris was like, no, I'm not going on. So we tried to blow him closer to the edge with the helicopter, but that didn't work out.
It was absolutely breathtaking, and to be up there and feel that kind of sense of freedom and oneness with the earth.
There are days when you get to do stuff on a project like this where you'd pay to get to do it. It's a sort of a privilege to be paid to have that much fun. Joel's been with the show since the very beginning. He did the score on the pilot, and I don't think Joel has ever given us a piece of music that wasn't truly alive. And I think that comes from the fact that he not only has tremendous pride in his own work, but he has a tremendous love and pride for the series.
I'm Joel Goldsmith. I'm happily the composer on Stargate, The Ark of Truth. And this is Rick Chaddock. Rick Chaddock worked for Children of the Gods on literally every episode since Children of the Gods. He tracks the music. He's my right-hand man, my confidant.
I've always felt that the score is, 50% of the final product. In many ways,
Yo,
the music
Jamie, what's up, dude?
is as much a part of telling the audience how to feel about what they're seeing as the expressions on the actors' faces and the dialogue and
Adrian,
or
what's
the
up,
action.
G?
Both SG-1 and Atlantis, I
Thank
think,
you for
tend to be
coming through,
very
you guys.
fast-paced. There isn't often an opportunity to do extended either action or visual sequences that are entirely meant to be supported by music. And I knew going in that I really wanted to give Joel the opportunity to
Nice,
to use an
dude.
orchestra. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by during your break.
Way in which that many people
And I appreciate you guys
come
hitting those like
together
buttons.
and work in unison and produce something that is so incredibly satisfying. The level of professionalism of these musicians is really right at the very top of the scale. It's amazing to watch. We do a pretty
Thanks,
good job
dude.
of making a television show that has a moderate budget look like a big expensive movie every week anyway. So the challenge of making something look even bigger than that is tough.
Robert's expectations were higher in the fact that, it's like this is the movie instead of the TV show. We got to make everything look better. And yeah, we have done a lot of great stuff in the past, and we had, we've had 8 Emmy nominations. So that's been, that's pretty high caliber right there. So it was kind of like, wow, what are we going to do?
This is the Plains of Celestis. We saw these as a visual effect in the episode Origin in season 9, and we're going to be matting in the holy city of Celestis in the distance here. We decided to shoot it practically, which makes the visual effect all the more real and believable.
One of the hardest things is when you're on set with, say, a director that isn't maybe going to be able to see everything all the way through post, and he's making decisions, and then Robert Cooper is going to be left in the editing room saying, well, why did you shoot it like this, and what was the plan? When you get to work with him the whole way through, it's great because I don't have to worry on set. If this is what he wants, this
I was
is
a little
great.
rusty after not playing for 2 weeks
Do it.
or a week and a
Yeah.
half.
Just do the walking?
Yeah.
So Finn, take 3 steps forward.
Having had a working relationship with someone like Michelle Cummins for as long as we've worked together, I mean, she kind of knows what my expectations are, and I know I can trust her that when I say, okay, is this shot going to work, and she says yes, I believe her. We have a very special situation with our visual effects team here. We call them our in-house team. They're kind of our own visual effects shop right here on the lot. There's a shorthand that develops because you're, as producers, directors, writers, able to go right over to the visual effects building and sort of talk to the artists, the animators, and the process of working with outside vendors is just is a little different.
To have a crew that you've worked with for had an 8 or a 10-year history with is vital, especially with our show, because there's just so many effects that we've done throughout the years, and it's kind of like every time you work with a new artist, you almost have to reinvent the wheel a little bit.
We kind of already have pre-established conventions, so in some ways it's great because I don't have to say, well, what a replicator is and what it looks like and what it does. When I say, okay, there's replicators running down this hall, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
We're just about to get ready to do some replicators. This is the first time they
Yeah,
get
yeah,
revealed
yeah. Mine too. Mine too. Mine
on
too.
the ship. Merrick has beamed them on. And Robert just talked to me about how we're going to shoot it, if we're going to shoot it locked off, like he promised, but now we're actually moving the camera, so it's going to be a little bit harder. It's a lot of times the TP knows how to shoot stuff, the director knows what they want, but it's dealing with those changes and how you're going to kind of minimize the impact of what they're changing that day. You know, it's like, well, let's at least put up some tracking marks so in 3D we can track this camera move. The 3D camera has to actually mimic exactly what this camera does to make everything sit. And all these little lights will help the computer track where everything is. We're going to have replicators, and we're going to have steady cam, and we're going to have replicators being blasted. And so we're going to put up these little things, and special effects is mad right now because they don't get to blow stuff up. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. You can just sit there and cry, but a lot of times, you know, there's something you can do to minimize it at least. Well, the mountain blowing up in the movie is definitely the biggest and kind of one of the scariest things that I first read in the script. It was like, oh my God, how are we going to do this? What we ended up doing is we got the footage. What we've done is we've taken, basically made that whole mountain in 3D.
Even with the good connection, that's
projected the footage.
It's a little high for me.
So
Speaking about high,
to integrate all the CG elements in there as well.
Look at that ship go.
Kind of using a real mix there of the live action with the CG. So the Merrick sequence when he's blown up and rising up out of the ashes, that also was a thing that really scared me when I read the script. We kind of got to a point in it early on in the process that it looked really great, and it was kind of like Robert bought into it. We got the animation, now it's kind of like the final tweaks. And when you look down the hallway and you see Repo Merrick supposing to stand up, getting his walk up to Ben Browder. You know, we kind of wanted to do this Terminator thing, but our first version was him looking like he's limping, which was kind of, you know, it's kind of just getting to all these points, and sometimes we get to it right away, and other times it's, you know, revision after revision. And I mean, I almost think if Merrick had to walk like a human, that would almost make it easier, but that he's supposed to be, you know, he is supposed to be made of replicator pieces, and he is supposed to be mechanical, and he's got, you know, gonna kill him, right? And that was one of actually the discussions, you know, what's his motivation, and that also is what makes it great working with the executive producer, who's also the director, is, you know, he can actually direct the artist.
I'm not too sure.
That really helps.
Might have been Damnation.
And then we kind of are working on the just
no,
the
I think we only did level like a level 3.
Stuff and how that's
like
going to cut
like 3 level 3s that we couldn't win at, and then we went to level 2.
Sequences
and then we think we stayed on 2s until
biggest,
Zonix got in there.
Which nobody would realize how much work that's gone into that. When we prepped the movie, that wasn't even supposed to be an effect. She was just walking around. However, when we got into prep, we started talking about all the ways we could do this, and Robert really thought it would be awesome if we could have her be on fire the whole time. And he said, well, I'm going to shoot it in such a way that if we can't do it, if we can't pull it off, she's not going to be on fire. But of course, as soon as, you know, we're done shooting, Robert, of course, is like, we got to get this right. So we got into it, we started doing it, and we started doing CG flames. That was our way that we were going to do this. But we realized it just didn't look right. It didn't look good. And Erica Henderson, who's one of our 2D artists, she does compositing usually, actually came up with a 2D fix using practical flame elements and CG flame elements all tracked to her body. This is Erica Henderson. She's one of our lead compositors here in our in-house department, and she's been working on the Adria Fire sequence for a few months now.
I used a combination of computer-generated flames and actual real filmed flames to create the effect where she bursts into flame.
She's done an incredible job pulling this off.
Yeah, exactly.
First image, first
Bots,
movie
bro.
that we see is Shanks bent over an arc. Bold move, Robert Cooper. Bold move.
Bro.
There's something about the chemistry of SG-1 that was really hard to let go of, and so the movies is a perfect way to keep it going for us. And it wasn't that we weren't getting into another big, long season.
It's like, it was like going off to college and coming home and getting to see your family.
It's really great. It's really nice to work with people that we've... Come here. Your hair is going all foul.
Bro.
We get to revisit and and reconnect with people you hadn't seen, and it was just a wonderful experience, and people's enthusiasm and absolute joy at being back and being together again was just wonderful.
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. We are in Surrey, and I'm doing a little PSA for BC Tourism.
We were all raring and ready to go and excited to get back to work, and we're all fresh. We're all coming off a long break, and everybody's energy was up.
We're here in the what is this? What is this actual forest called? Chris Judge feels very at home, but he's intimidated by these trees because he finds that they're stiller than he is, and if we actually film any of them, they might realize that Teal'c was a character that could be replaced by a number of different standardized static objects.
Actually, I just noticed a tree that actually moved more than I did in 10 years.
And so we just I think it sort of became the mantra of everyone to just have tons of
One, the movie.
Damn, dude. My disc is all scratched
really
up.
Getting on my nerves.
Bro.
It's a really wonderful sort of surprise when
Good thing it wasn't too much.
people around you are contributing to the extent that they're actually, making you look better than you deserve.
Oh yeah, you guys. It's good stuff. Great movie. We'll watch Continuum next week. That was all right. That was all right. Well, there it was. We did it. The Arc of Truth. I did say we were going to watch Babylon 5, right? But I've already been streaming for almost 3 hours. That's all right. Let's see. What did I watch it on last time? Tubi or sorry. All right, here we go. If you got Tubi, get on Tubi. This one? Yeah, Tubi.
I was hoping, which means we're going to have to work overtime if we want to meet the festival deadline.
Yeah, that was loud. Sorry, guys. All right. So what is it? Babylon 5. Yeah, we did episode 1 last week or something. Weren't you there when we started it? I think Adrian was there, no? Oh, get back to work, bro. Do it to it. Do work, son. Do work. And we'll catch you soon. Thanks for rolling through. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. We'll be playing Darktide. If you're around, we'll be doing it. Alright, let's see. Babylon. Yeah, so we watched the first episode. And now we're going to watch episodes 2 and 3 and see if we continue this show. Is it not on Tubi anymore? Oh, bro. If they took it off. Bro. I think they took it off. Well, I guess we can't watch it, which is okay. That's all right. No worries. When they bring it back, we'll catch it. Oh, you weren't there? For sure. You might have been there and then you might have crashed out on your chair, maybe. Or might have been the day. Not too sure. When you left me on for the pubs. A slow burn, it's not a sitcom. It's one story that's 5 seasons long. Yeah, we were checking it out. And first episode was all right, but I always like to give shows at least 3 episodes to see if they're if they interest me enough, if they're down my alley enough to continue. But since it's not on Tubi anymore, we'll save it for next time. So we'll end this. We'll kill this stream right here. Yeah, let's see. Damn, dude, I'm excited about that Diablo, bro. Diablo 2. Except the only thing is, it's I think $25 to upgrade my Diablo from. Well, it's $25 to just upgrade it to what the expansion has now. So I gotta figure that out though, you guys, because I already have it for Switch and I have it for PlayStation. So I either have to put the $25 into Switch or PlayStation. If I put it on Switch, I could take it with me and stream it and take it with me. And on PlayStation, it'll look better, it'll run faster, and it'll have a good connection. If I play with anyone. But I don't know. I'm gonna weigh out my options, and you know, we'll make a decision here fairly soon. We'll see what's up. But that was it, you guys. That was the Arc of Truth, Stargate. We'll continue it next week with Stargate Continuum and maybe something else. And then let's see, tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing either some Dying Light 2 or some Nintendo Switch or some Diablo. We'll be playing games tomorrow either way, because there's a couple things out that I need to get on and not get behind on, and you guys know how it goes. And then Friday we'll be catching a movie, not sure exactly which movie, but as I always say, you'll see. My buddy Ted.
You'll see.
And then Saturday, Sunday probably won't roll through either of those days. If I don't know, if I get some momentum going, I'll move my desk to the actual corner of the room, so it's not like here in the middle, like you guys, like you see it right here in front of the TV. Like I sit right here and I look at the chat right here, and I'm looking at the TV over there. And your guys' camera is right here that you guys look at me at. Yeah, so all this will be against the wall, turned around, 180 turned, and then against the wall back over there. So if I get that done, then I'll get some more room in here. It'll be a little more spacious, and I have too much in the way, and I gotta like feng shui it and Tetris everything in its right spot and order, and I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. By D4 if you want to do regular co-op like we do in Dark Tide. Let me get back to you on that. You should, I mean, if you've played 2 and 3, you should get D4 just to play some more. D4 was better than D3 in my opinion, but he's all, if you want to do regular co-op. It's like, yeah, I'm down, but like I probably won't be playing it that much. I don't want you to be buying that game if I'm not going to be playing Diablo 4 that much. I'll play the character when that comes out. If it's going to be extra money though, damn, just buying extra characters on all 1, 2, and 3, or I'm sorry, 2, 3, and 4. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll talk to you more about it here soon, and we'll see what we end up doing. Cause yeah. I don't want to be breaking my pockets on Diablo 2 expansions. But yeah, dude, we'll figure something out. Everybody that was here, thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys want to check out that reaction video to Diablo's 30th anniversary, we did that a little bit earlier today, stream. And then yeah, we'll be back later for other stuff. Yeah, next week cartoons Monday, 40K Tuesday. And then Wednesday, back to some Stargate. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. Francois, thank you for chilling. Adrian, thank you for coming through. Jamie, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Bella True, thank you for coming by. All other bots, tricksters, thugs, and noobs, appreciate you as well. You can, but you don't have to do that, man. We'll talk about it. I'll figure something out. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you guys. Time is precious. Spend your time wisely, and I will catch you guys here soon. Peace.